Hey, I'm Dan, and this is Dan's Planes. Welcome to the new to me ESM T-28. I traded my buddy Brian for this plane, and he got my VQ P61 Black Widow, which is actually green, but we won't say anything. So I flew this 2.5 times at the Music City Warbirds and Classics. I say 2.5 because the first flight Brian took off and landed, and I just flew laps around. The third flight, she was way underpowered and didn't sound right, and I thought I was going to lose her at takeoff. She was not getting any speed. Come to find out, after it landed, the muffler is loose. So took the prop off, trying to find the right size driver that's going to fit the bolts that hold the cowling on, that are on the inside of the cowl, my favorite kind of bolts. And then I'm going to take it off, and I'm afraid this muffler is on the back of the cylinder, and that's telling me I'm probably going to have to take the engine off to tighten the muffler. I don't know if I can pull the muffler bolts out to get Loctite high temperature put on them without removing the engine. I don't know if there's enough room for the bolts and the Allen wrench it would take to get the bolts out. So first things first, got to get the cowl off. So trying to find the right size driver, and I'm coming up short metric and SAE. Got to try these guys next, because out of this set, they're either too big or too small. It's just not working. Okay, it's like I thought. The muffler goes on the back, so you got to reach back behind there with Allen wrenches. And I put on the last of my Nordlock washers, so got some more on order. So put the high temp thread locker on there and put it back together. Princess, you gonna introduce this segment? Okay. Muffler's back on. A bit of a bear doing that manually with an Allen wrench, but after I got them started, it was easier. So, that's done. Now you talk. Just like a cat. Doesn't talk when you ask, talks when you don't ask. That's a cat for you. Really? Yeah. Don't like the door closed? You want to have the door open? Yeah, cats don't do good with closed doors or closed boxes. Okay, so that's the muffler going back on. I'll leave the cowl off while I set up all the electronics on my radio. I'm going to have to download the instructions to find out what the different throws are. And then I'll actually start it up here in my yard to get the servo throw right for the throttle. And it's got a choke servo, which in theory should kill it, but did not kill it at the last event. So maybe it just needs the endpoint adjusted. I don't know, but I want to put a throttle kill in here, so it definitely will kill it. Trying to think if I have one of those on hand. Maybe. Might have to order one. We'll see. So I'm going to let the high temp thread locker cure for the 24 hours the instructions say. And then I'm going to run it up here at the house and retighten the bolts when the engine is warm. Hopefully that doesn't break the thread locker. I don't know. In the meantime, I've connected all the servos, and I'm going to get everything converted to my radio. When I was at the last event, I flew on Brian's radio, and several times I thought to myself, I need to see physically what the throws look like so I can copy them, because I probably won't be able to find a manual, being an ESM plane and them being closed since 2017. So I didn't write it down on my phone to remind me, and so I forgot. So I'm just going to set up the 3 rates that well, 2 rates I think are reasonable, and then 1 out of control rates just in case of emergency on my first flight. And then after the first flight, then I'll adjust what I need to adjust. So that's what's next.